and Junior 3. How are you all? Today we will start talking about Mr. PS. Who is Mr. PS? Mr. P is a teacher, okay? He is a good teacher. And just like any teacher, he has two kinds of students, super students and bad students. Of course, super students always take sweets. Who are Mr. PS's super students? We have he, she, and it. He, she, it. They are the super students and they have sweets. What are the sweets? The sweets are letter S or letters ES or IES. Those are our sweets. Let's see how Mr. PS uses these sweets. He eats pizza for lunch. Here, as you can see, the sentence starts with he, so we give the verb the sweet s. We give the verb the sweet s. But miss, what do you mean by verbs? Verbs are actions that we do. Like what? Play, this is a verb. Draw, read, sleep, write, use, drink, jump, carry, run, swim, and wash. Of course, there are a lot of verbs in English, those are just examples. So, what is the verb? The verb is the thing or the action that you do. And when you add s or es or ies in the sentence, you add them to the verb. You add them to the verb, the thing that you do. Okay, Junior 3? So let's sit together how we decide which sweet to use. For example, es. How do we use es? When do we use es? We use it at the end of any verb that ends in o, ch, sh, sx, or double x. For example, the verb wash. Here, the verb wash ends in sh, and our sentence starts with the super student she, so we have to add es to the verb. She washes the dishes at night. Okay, another example. He do. Here we have the verb do. This is the action that is done in this sentence. Do. This is the verb. Do ends in o, so we can't give it the sweet s or the sweet ies. We give it the sweet es. Why? Because the sentence starts with the super student he. He does the homework after school. Finally, the mechanic. The mechanic, if we deleted the word the mechanic, we will add he. So this is a super student. Fix ends, the verb ends in x, so we will add es. Okay, the mechanic fixes cars. The mechanic fixes cars. What's the other sweet? The ies. We use it when the verb ends in consonant plus y. Miss, what's a consonant? The letters in English are either consonant or vowels. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels. Any other letter, B, C, D, F, G, H, are called consonants. So the vowels are those five only, A, E, I, O, U, but the other letters are called consonants. If we have any verb that ends in y and before the y there is a consonant, we cross the y, we say bye-bye to the y and add instead ies. For example, the verb study. The verb study Here in a sentence, Judy is just one person. If we deleted Julie, we will add she. Julie or she studies. What did we do? We crossed the Y. We said bye bye to the Y, and we added instead IES. Julie studies hard for the quiz. This is for uh, the sweet IES. There is one sweet S. When do we use it? We use it when the verb ends in any other letter. She drinks tea for breakfast, so drink ends in K, so we add only S. He swims fast. Tom sleeps early. Okay, so if the verb doesn't end in X, O, S, double S, or double X, or SH, or CH, or it doesn't end in Y, and before the Y there is a consonant, here in this case we add only S. We add only S, like drink, drinks, swim, swims, sleep, sleeps. And remember that we add the sweets only with the super students, he, she, and it. Okay, now let's move to the bad students. Who are the bad students at Mr. P.'s class? They are I, you, we, and they. I, you, we, and they. When we see them, we don't give them sweets. We add the verb as it is. Okay? For example, I live in Alexandria. Live as it is. We didn't add anything to it or remove anything from it. The verb as it is. Okay, Junior 3? It's okay. When do we use Mr. PS, present simple? When do we use the present simple, Mr. PS? We use it in a situation that takes a long time in present. Something that happens now and it takes a long time. Like, for example, I live in France. So, I lived in France in the past and I'm living there now and in the future too. So, this is something that takes a long time. So, it will be in the present simple. We will add S or ES or IES if the sentence starts with a he, she, or it, and we will leave the verb as it is if it starts with the bad student, I, you, we, and they. Okay. Number 2, something that happens regularly. If you do something regularly, every week, every month, every day, every year, here we have to use the present simple, Mr. PS. For example, they clean the room in the morning. So every day in the morning they clean their room. This is something regular. So we use Mr. PS. The verb is as it is without adding anything with the bad student they. Number 3, with facts. Facts means something that you can't change. For example, the sun rises in the east. Every day the sun rises in the east. You can't change it. You can't say, okay, sun today rise in the west or don't rise. So things that you can't change are called facts. Okay. What are the keywords? The keywords are words that when you use or when you see, you know that you have to use Mr. PS or the present simple. Like what? Every. Every day, every week, every month, every year, every October or kind of every certain month, every January, February, every single day. For example, every Sunday, every Monday, or every certain season, every winter or every summer. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So when we see the letter in, the preposition in, we have to use present simple, Mr. P. On Sunday or Wednesday. So preposition on also is a keyword. And the preposition at night, at the weekend. This is a keyword too. Always, usually, sometimes, often, and never. How can we use these keywords in sentences? Okay, we have breakfast in the morning. So in the morning and in the afternoon, in the evening, they come at the end or at the beginning of the sentence. They don't come in the middle. Also, the word every comes at the end of the sentence. I visit my uncle every week. So this is at the end of the sentence. She plays tennis on Sunday. On also comes at the end of the sentence or the beginning. He has a snack at night. The word at night or at the weekend comes at the end or the beginning of the sentence. But words like always, usually, sometimes, often, and never, they come in the middle after the subject of the sentence. After I, you, we, they, he, she, it, we use them. They usually go to school by bus. Hope it is clear so far. Let's move to another part. The negative. How can we form a negative in the present simple or in Mr. PS? Negative is using the word not, and the word not is a baby, so it's a baby not. So we call it baby not. Okay, let's see how we can use it. Let's see a sentence. They always listen to music. They always listen to music. I'll give you four choices and you think which one, if they sound like English or not. For example, they not listen to music. They not listen to music. They listen to music not. They listen not to music. They listen to not music. Do you think that they are all English or they sound English? Well, exactly, no. They don't sound like English. So what should we do? We have to bring someone to carry them. It's a baby, baby not. So someone has to carry it. Who will carry baby not? Do and does. So do and does will come and carry baby not in Mr. PS. So do will be do not or don't, and we will use them use do not or don't with the bad students: I, you, we, and they. Does will carry not and will become doesn't. Who do we use doesn't with the super students, because does has es, it has sweets, he, she, and it. So our sentence, they always listen to music. If you want to make it negative, if you want to add not to it, it will be they don't listen to music. They don't listen to music or do not listen to music. We can't skip do because not is a baby and we have to carry it. Someone has to carry it. Let's see more examples. I go to the zoo every Friday. I go to the zoo every Friday. If I want to change this sentence into negative, what do? I have to add baby not, but baby not doesn't come alone. So I have to add do or does. I will take do or does. Excellent, do. So the sentence will be I don't go to the zoo every Friday. I don't go to the zoo every Friday. Another sentence, she cleans her room. She cleans her room. If I want to use not here, what would I do? Here we have she, and she is a super student, so it takes sweet. What will we do here? We will cross the S because it will go to does. So she doesn't clean her room. we didn't put here an S. We didn't put an S. Okay, Junior 3. We moved the S to does. So she can't have two sweets, either in doesn't or in cleans. Okay, it can't come in both. The S can't come in both, or the sweets. But pay attention for the coming note. She is my little sister. She is my little sister. Here we have. I want you to put not. Um, but pay attention. If we have verb to be in the sentence, if we have am or is or are in the sentence, we add only not. So the sentence will be, she's not my little sister, cause is can carry baby not. Okay, so is, in case of verb to be, am or is or are, will be am not or isn't or aren't. Okay, they have a new computer. How do we change this into negative? As we regularly do, we will add don't or doesn't after they. So the sentence will be, they don't have a new computer. So have will be don't have will be don't have. But what if I said she has two brothers? She has two brothers. What is the negative of it? The negative is she doesn't have. She doesn't have. Why did we say doesn't have? We called the biggest sister of has, which is have, because we can't delete the s. It will be only ha. We can't say she doesn't ha. It's not a word. So we will call that biggest sister. So don't or doesn't, both of them must be followed with have. They must be followed with have and not has. Okay, if we use don't or doesn't, after them we put have only. We don't put has, never. I do my homework after school. Here, do. I can't say I don't my homework after school. This is wrong. It will be I don't do my homework after school, because do is the main verb here. So like play, can I, if I sit here, I play football, can I say I don't football? No, I don't play football. Here I don't do my homework. So we have to mention the main verb. She does her best in the exams. The same idea. She does. It will be she doesn't, and since we will remove the sweet, it will be she doesn't do her best in the exam. Okay, Junior 3. Well, this is all for the negative, and let's move to how to form a yes and no question. Yes and no question means a question that you ask and its answer is only yes or no. Okay, how can we form a question? If we start with do comes with what? I, you, we, and they. But if the question starts with does, it has to be followed by he, she, or it. So in Mr. PF, the yes and no question starts with do or does only. Starts with do or does only. And we know that do comes with I, you, we, and they. And does comes with he, she, and it. Okay, here we have an answer. Yes, she wakes up early. If we want to make a question here, what would you do? First thing, we have to remove the answer. We will put an X on yes, and since the answer starts with she, so we will use does, and if we use does, we will remove the sweet s from this verb. So the question will be, does she wake up early? Does she wake up early? Here another sentence. No, I don't like pizza. Here we will remove two parts, no and don't. No, I don't like pizza. What would I do? Here the sentence starts with I, so we will ask using do. And if we have an I in the question, it turns into you. Okay, I have to ask you, so you will say I. Do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? And of course, you shouldn't forget the question mark, the big question mark. If you have a sentence, a question that starts with do or does, it means that this is a question and not a sentence. So we have to mention a question mark. You have to put a question mark. If you don't put the question mark, you will lose half of the mark. Okay. Um, good luck, Junior 3, and hope you liked and enjoyed our lesson for today, and hope it's easy for you. If you have any question, I will be happily receiving them on the weekly Zoom meeting. See you all. Bye.